When life feels too heavy, you don't need a lecture, you don't need a quote, and you definitely don't need someone telling you to be positive. You need one simple truth. Right now, in this exact moment, you are safe enough to listen. Your mind might not agree. Your body might feel restless, tight, unsettled, on guard. But the fact that you can hear these words means there is at least one place inside this moment that is not collapsing. Stay there. Not forever. Just for now. You have been carrying too much for too long. Expectations, comparisons, unfinished tasks, old conversations that didn't end the way you wanted, the silent pressure to always be composed, productive, strong. No one sees how loud it gets inside your head. They see the version of you that functions. They don't see the version of you that negotiates with every thought just to move through the day. Nothing is wrong with you for feeling this. This is not weakness. This is your system trying to protect you, trying to anticipate, trying to prevent anything from going wrong. It is working overtime because it thinks you are alone with everything. You are not alone with everything. Not in this moment. You have this space. You have this voice. You have proof that there is at least one part of you that is choosing calm, even while everything else feels tense. Right now, there is no demand on you to solve your entire life. No one is standing over you with a stopwatch. There is no rule that says everything you are worried about must be fixed in the next 10 minutes. That rule does not exist. Your mind made it up to feel in control. You don't have to control everything to be okay. Notice this. As you listen, time slows down just a little. Your thoughts are still there, but they don't own every corner of your attention. This is important. This is what regulated safety sounds like. Not perfect silence, but enough space between thoughts that you can see them instead of being dragged by them. You have been treating every thought like an emergency, every possibility like a prediction, every worry like a guaranteed outcome. Anyone in that position would feel exhausted. Anyone. So there is nothing defective about your reactions. If your mind is intense, it means your protection system is sensitive, fast, efficient. The skill now is not to shut it down, but to show it that not every alert deserves a siren. Right now, in this moment, nothing disastrous is happening. You might have real problems, real responsibilities, real unknowns. Those are valid. But they are not all happening in this single second. They live in dates, in emails, in conversations, in situations that unfold over time. Your mind compresses them into one burning ball, then throws it at your chest and calls it now. It is not all now. Right now is simply you listening. Your environment around you. Your body holding more than it should, but still standing. Your heart working without asking for thanks. When professionals speak to someone who feels overwhelmed, they don't start with fix. They start with I understand. Because what you feel makes sense in the context of what you've been through, what you expect from yourself, and what you're afraid of losing. So hear this as if it were said to you in a quiet, grounded room. It makes sense that your thoughts race the way they do. It makes sense that your body stays alert even when nothing specific is happening. It makes sense that you keep scanning for what might go wrong. This is your system trying to keep you safe, not trying to destroy you. And because it makes sense, we don't shame it. We don't attack it. We don't call you dramatic, weak, unstable. We simply notice. We give your experience the respect it never got. Once something is respected, it softens. You don't need to run away from your inner storm. You also don't need to dive into it. You only need to stand at a small distance and watch the movement. There is you, and there is what you are feeling. They are not the same thing. This is the kind of separation that calms people down in real rooms with real clinicians. Not spiritual slogans. Simple, clean distance. You are not every thought that passes through you. You are the place those thoughts pass through. Right now, your mind might be saying, "What if this never gets better? What if I mess everything up? What if I am the problem?" Those are not prophecies. Those are frightened sentences. They sound convincing because they speak in your voice. But if every sentence that appeared in your mind were true, your life would have ended 10 crises ago. Yet you are still here. That is evidence. Your survival is not theory. It is data. Every time you believed it was the end, it wasn't. Every time you were sure you couldn't take another step, you did. So maybe your inner alarm is inaccurate about finality. You don't need to argue with those thoughts. You don't need to replace them with false positive ones. You just need to see them as what they are, mental events, not commands. Lines of text on a screen, not laws. Let them be there without obeying them. Let them talk without letting them drive. Right now, nothing is being asked of you except to sit inside this moment and not abandon yourself. You've abandoned yourself often in the past by dismissing your own limits, doubting your own feelings, pretending you were fine so no one would worry. You don't have to do that here. Here, you are allowed to say, "This is a lot," without apology. You are allowed to say, "I feel overwhelmed," without adding, "But others have it worse, so I should be quiet." Pain is not a competition. And what you carry is valid, even if someone else carries more. When someone is overwhelmed, a good clinician does something very specific. They shrink the timeline. Not 10 years from now, not 5, not 1. Just the next moment. So let's shrink yours. You do not have to know where your life will be in 5 years. You do not have to know how you will solve everything you are worried about. You do not have to have a blueprint that impresses anyone. You only need to know this. In the next few moments, you're allowed to exist without performing. Existing without performing is not laziness. It is recovery of your baseline. The more your mind attacks you for slowing down, the clearer it is that you need exactly this. Nothing collapses because you took a few moments to step back. Nothing important becomes impossible because you paused. People who truly support you respect your limits. People who don't are not a metric for your worth. You are allowed to be a human being who sometimes carries too much and needs to put it down for a while. The weight you feel is not a verdict on your strength. It is a sign that you've acted strong for too long without support. In this moment, let support sound like this. You are not failing. You are readjusting. You are not broken. You are overloaded. You are not weak. You are tired of fighting battles in your head that nobody else can see. And it is okay to be tired. This moment is not about changing who you are. It is about giving who you are a chance to breathe without pressure. You are still the same person with the same talents, same history of endurance, same capacity to figure things out when it actually matters. That part of you hasn't disappeared. It's just buried under alertness, under what if, under what will they think, under I must not fail. Right now, none of those external judges are sitting in front of you. It is just you. And that is enough audience for your truth. Stay here. Not in the past versions of you. Not in the imaginary disasters of tomorrow. Just here, with the smallest possible definition of now. Your mind has trained itself to scan ahead. It thinks if it can predict everything, it can prevent pain. But all it really does is spend your life in emergencies that haven't happened. A gentle truth: you are allowed to step out of emergency mode when there is no actual emergency. Look at this exact slice of time. Is there a phone screaming at you? Are you being told that everything ends if you don't act this instant? Or is that pressure coming from inside your own expectations? High standards are powerful. But when they sit on your chest instead of guiding your choices, they stop being standards and start becoming chain. You are allowed to care deeply about your future without torturing yourself in the present. Professionals talk about something simple but powerful: making space for difficult thoughts and feelings instead of trying to erase them. Because what you fight stays. What you're willing to see moves. So do this, not as an exercise, not as an instruction, just as an idea you can notice. There is what you feel. There is what you think. And there is you, who is aware of both. That observing part of you, the one listening to these words, is quieter, older, more stable than the noise. That part has been here on every good day and every bad day. It is the same part that got you through everything so far. It doesn't shout. It doesn't panic. It just watches and nudges and chooses to keep going. Trust that part of you again. It has better data than your fear. You don't have to push away what you feel. You also don't have to believe every extreme conclusion your mind jumps to. You can say to yourself, yes, this is intense, and also, I am still here. Both can be true. The goal is not to never feel on edge. The goal is to know that feeling on edge is not the end of the story. There will be days when your chest is light, your thoughts are soft, and everything just flows. There will be days when nothing is wrong outside, but inside feels crowded. Both kinds of days belong to the same life. You are not required to interpret every difficult moment as a sign that your entire life is off track. Sometimes you're just tired. Sometimes your body is catching up to stress. It didn't have time to process. Sometimes your mind is rehearsing because it cares about what's ahead. You can appreciate the intention without surrendering to the alarm. Tell yourself in clear, simple language, the kind a good clinician would use. It makes sense I feel this way after everything I am holding. It makes sense my body stays switched on when I am under pressure. It makes sense my thoughts go to extremes when I care about outcomes. Sense does not mean permanent. Sense does not mean hopeless. It just means you are not a mystery to be feared. And if you are not a mystery, you are workable. You have already done hard things, even when you didn't feel ready. Conversations you survived. Decisions you made. Losses you endured. Changes you adapted to. At the time, your mind likely told you, you won't handle this. And yet you did. This pattern matters. It is evidence that your fear speaks louder than your capability. But capability is the one that actually shows up. So when your thoughts jump to the worst version of events, you don't need to shout over them with pretend optimism. You can quietly remember your record. You have a history of coping. You have a history of adjusting. You have a history of standing back up. That history deserves more weight than a fresh wave of doubt. Right now, no one is asking you to redesign your personality. No one is asking you to become unbothered, unshakable, untouchable. You don't need to become a different person to deserve some peace. This moment of listening is already you caring for yourself in a way most people never do. You chose to hear something that doesn't attack you, doesn't rush you, doesn't sell to you. You chose support. That choice itself is strength. You may not feel strong. You don't have to. Strength is not a feeling. Strength is continuing to show up for your own well-being, even when your mind offers you every reason to give up. And you are doing that right now. Nothing about the future is decided tonight. Nothing about your worth is decided by one difficult phase. Nothing about your identity is defined by how overwhelmed you feel. A good professional never tells someone, "You're overreacting, get it together." They say, "I see how much this is for you. Let's make the moment smaller. Let's see what is actually happening right now, not in your imagination. So let's make your moment smaller again. Right now, you are here. You are listening. You are not in physical danger. You are not being humiliated, attacked, abandoned in this second. You are in contact with something calm even if your body is late to notice. That is more than enough to count as a foothold. Hold that. There will be time to plan. There will be time to take action, to correct, to build, to improve. You are good at those things. You've been doing them your whole life. This space is not about becoming productive. It is about remembering you are more than your reactions. When life feels too heavy, the mind loves to tell one story. This is who I am now. Someone who can't handle it. But people who can't handle it don't look for tools. They don't search for something to anchor them. They don't reach for words like these. The fact that you are here proves that there is a part of you that believes you deserve steadiness. Listen to that part more often. You are allowed to continue. You are allowed to adjust without collapsing. You are allowed to feel intensely and still live a meaningful, powerful, deeply grounded life. This recording, this script, is not magic. It is a mirror. It reflects back what is already true about you, that you are capable of pausing, observing, reframing, and moving forward without destroying yourself in the process. If you ever find yourself on the edge again, with your thoughts crowding your chest and your body bracing for impact, remember this exact truth. You have been here before, and you are still here. Your mind can predict many things. It cannot predict the full extent of your strength. It has underestimated you every time. When life feels too heavy, you don't need to carry the whole thing alone, all at once, in your head. You are allowed to hold only one moment. This one. And in this one, you are okay enough to listen, okay enough to think clearly again, okay enough to take one small step later instead of 1,000 imaginary steps now. You are not lost. You are here. And here is a better place than you think. When it feels too heavy again, come back to this. Not because you are weak, but because you are wise enough to steady yourself. You are allowed to stay. You are allowed to continue. You are allowed to feel safe inside your own mind again, slowly, one present moment at a time. When life feels too heavy, remember this voice, this space, this truth. You are still larger than what you feel, and you are going to find your rhythm again.